Welcome to another edition of Heather Whatever, brought to you by the Heather Presley, heatherpresley.com. Right now on the website, 60% off. Get your bootylicious leggings, and make your booty attractive for your studly husband named Nick.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, baby.
How was that? That was a pretty good intro, huh?
What's the discount code? And I think I have a higher voice than that.
You do. It's hard to get higher than that, for me.
You got to take that edible.
Of the men folk. Yeah, you're right.
Too higher.
Is it? It's buy one get one is a special. BOGO. Is it BOGO?
It's buy one get one free.
Yep.
Whoa. Or is it?
But for our listeners, they get 60% off all of it.
It's a tough choice to make right now if you're a listener to the show. Do you go to the BOGO or do you go to the 60% off?
Yeah.
We're going to give you options.
Yeah. Do the math. Do the math. You do the math. Figure it out.
Discount code 2023 at checkout, and you get free shipping over $100. So make sure you check out the heatherpresley.com. Woo!
Much
wow.
better.
You still got a lot of cheese Danish in your mouth there. I could hear it.
Do I smack Gordy?
Dude, she smacks. Yeah, she does.
Yeah, you're not as bad anymore. When we first started doing the show, I used to have to edit out so many lip smacks. Not anymore though. Lately there hasn't been a lot of them. I just had to do it when you said do the intro as me. I had to throw in a lip smack. But no, it's actually the last several months there hasn't been many at all. But
that's right, baby.
Come on, baby. Your mic technique is getting much better.
It is.
There you go.
You know what's funny is I actually went back and listened to our first episode and just to see the difference between, where how far we've come. And
tell me, babe, how far have we come?
I come far, right?
You come pretty far.
Yeah. I feel like we've come a long way if you think about it. It's crazy though.
I've been coming a long way a long time.
She's a squirter. You know what I mean?
I wish.
No, I'm just kidding.
I can. I try. It's not a thing.
Yeah. Squirting. You know what? Let's start the episode off with this, okay?
Let's just come out firing from the hip, baby.
Let's start off with this first, okay? Do you think squirting is real, or do you think they're just fucking peeing on you? Come on. Give me a straight answer. What do you think? What's the scientific method to squirting? Is it real, babe?
Does it matter?
Yeah, it does. I don't know if I've been into one, but yeah. What do you think,
You've
babe?
already been in one. So let's hear it.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do it.
I want to hear
it's a lot, and it's detailed. And
I want to hear the details.
All right. I have, I've seen girls that said they were squirters and whatever. One time in particular, I was...
Have you ever had a girl say it but lied and she doesn't? All right, just go on with the story.
No, I mean, I've had girls that said they never do it. They're probably just trying to make me feel good, Like, I've never squirt before. Like, squirting all over you. It's like, whatever. You peed on me. But I had one time when it's grossed me out.
Was it the nurse?
Nope.
Oh, someone else spicy, huh?
Actually, no, it wasn't the nurse. But
do I know who it is?
No, you don't. It was actually you do. Somehow it was there was a picture in my phone that you saw that you'd show. I'm not gonna tell you which one, but you'd said, "Who's this one?"
The one that was on her stomach or like laying flat on your bed with her. She was naked.
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Was she super tan? Yeah. Is that the nice way of saying it?
Super tan.
Oh my god.
Yes or no?
I don't want to get into this.
Yes or no?
No, I don't want to get into this.
No, I want to get into it. You already brought us here. Was it?
Oh man.
Was it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Should I really say this?
Yeah.
Are you going to be okay? No, I don't want to say it.
I put my seatbelt on. Let's hear it.
Anyways, we were having sex and
don't leave any details out.
Okay, I'm going to say it. So she had told me before that she squirts and whatever, and I could always feel like a little bit of, and I didn't like it. I felt like she was always peeing. So anyways, we were doing it, a certain position.
What position was
it? It was doggy style.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I was in there and I was going, and then all of a sudden she like kind of pushed away from me, and I'm going to tell you right now, it felt like somebody turned a hose and it shot all, and it fucking grossed me out. I didn't like it. I probably shouldn't say that because there's probably squirters that are going to DM us like, there's nothing wrong with squirting. We all do it, But No, it was like a hose got turned on, and it got all over me, all over the bed, and I just thought it was just a huge turnoff. I didn't like it because it was too much, and I just think it smelled like
Hey,
pee.
babe, I already said I'm gonna be okay. You can be honest. You loved it.
I didn't like
But
it.
did you finish the job?
Of course.
My man.
Yeah. Nick doesn't.
That's a
doesn't fuck
stupid
around.
fucking question, Gordy. You know I
You
finished.
said it turned you off,
I'm
so I'm like,
kidding.
okay, well then were you
Well,
like,
Well, now I
I'm
have
done,
questions though.
but
now,
not that much, did it?
okay. After the fact, did you just go to sleep in your messy sheets? Or
Dude, it was no. I had to change the sheets.
no? Did you actually change the sheets?
Fuck yeah,
With her there?
babe. It was soaked.
With her there?
Yes.
Oh, she saw your mattress.
No, she left.
Oh, she left.
Yeah,
Not a girl.
yeah.
She was like, "See ya, thank
Yeah.
you."
Yep.
And you're like, "Here I am, fucking
Mhm.
changing my sheets."
You know what? Hats off to
Wait, you
her.
thought that was gonna offend me?
Fuck,
I don't know. No.
I'm more impressed about. Let's go to the other side of this story. I'm more impressed about the girl. She like goes, does her thing, gets what she wants,
And
squirts
left.
all over Nick's bed, and is like,
I know
"Pick-
Nick loved it so much. he
clean
took
this up,
a picture
bitch.
of
I'm
her.
out of here."
Right?
No,
Of
that
the
was
picture?
no. It wasn't that night.
Oh,
That was probably the first
well,
time
how come you didn't marry her then?
because I didn't. I'm not gonna get into that.
Now I'm gonna start.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I just
man.
want to know: do you think it's real or do you think it's pee? It smelled like pee. I smelled pee pee. What do you think?
It
Ben?
could be a it could be
I
a
don't know.
combination of both. I don't know. I really don't
But
care.
it felt to me like she pushed away and just went, "Ugh," and then it just like shot out. That's what it felt like.
I
Mhm.
I
mean-
tried to do it myself. I don't. I've watched videos. I've watched tutorials.
There's
Holy
tutorials
shit.
on this shit.
Well, because I don't know. There was a phase. I don't know if you guys remember, but and maybe it was just the people I was around. But squirting was like a big deal. Like if you could do it, you're special.
Have you ever watched the videos?
And I
of-
just didn't feel special. I was
Wait,
like,
have
what
you-
the hell is this?
I wish we could show this. Have you ever seen the videos of the squirting competitions?
Oh, those are sick.
Holy, they're in a WWE wrestling ring, and they're fucking just flicking, and it just like it'll shoot fucking across the ring. I don't even know how it's possible. To be honest with you, that made me think it's real because pee doesn't come out like that. This shit would shoot 40. I mean, I think
It's probably a mixture of things.
I
Is
think-
it like a track meet and the discus and the guy runs out with a little flag and sticks it in the ground
that's
where
exactly
it lands?
what happens. That's
My-
exactly what happens. I'm being dead serious. That's what happens.
Oh
Is
my
that only on
gosh.
porn websites?
Dude, they were blasting it over the fucking wrestling ring into the fucking second and third row where people were happily sitting there getting squirted on, might I add.
It was like a Gallagher show. They had like plastic covering themselves in the front row.
I'm being serious. That is what it was like. It's crazy. It's insane.
That's
But yeah,
nuts.
I just never felt like it was real. I just felt like it was kind of like a thing where women did it. And I could be wrong, so I shouldn't say that. But I just wanted to
My
get your
favorite,
opinion.
I don't want to say weird, but different is the one where the girls fart in each other's faces.
Oh, I love that.
Those are so
God damn, I
funny.
love it.
Wait, what?
Dude, Gordy,
Gordy.
that's like my thing.
And they're
What
like,
is on your?
it's
I thought your guys' phones were wild. Your TV Roku sticks are fucking full of all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah, I mean, I like that shit.
Where
Where
do
you
you
get, like-
find this?
Where you get like a like maybe 4 chicks, and they're all like just one of them. It's one person's turn at a time, and she's just fucking grabbing her by the hair, sticking it down over there. This is a little graphic, but just farting, and we're talking.
and they're
Dude,
like
we're
moaning.
talking.
They're like, ooh,
oh
yeah.
and you know what the best part is
When
Is
they
when-
smell,
when
when
yeah,
the ones smell,
they go,
but sometimes they make a face.
and then sometimes they go.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's so funny. Oh my god! So me and my buddies used to always send each other those videos, and
Oh,
it's just
gosh.
funny.
They used to
so.
send each other their
we see
shits
some
in the toilet
crazy
too.
stuff.
Gross.
Some crazy stuff. Yeah. Wow. This man, we've been on a couple
This one
bangers these
went-
last two episodes, starting off hot.
This one went off
Jesus.
the rails quick.
I know.
Like, if y'all are gonna send us DMs complaining about the show, this would be the
Yeah,
one to
this
do
would
it
be
for.
the one.
This is like-
Yeah.
Totally justified.
No complaining.
Yeah.
And we would be like, you know what? Good point. You're
No
right.
babies around here.
Yeah.
You're so
That way
right.
we could come on here and just go, "You are so right." I listened to that, and that
You're
was
right.
fucking out of control.
That's right. We, you
That's
know.
where it should have been.
Oh my goodness. Or DM and answer Nick's question. Like, what is it?
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
if you are of the squirting variety, let us know. Like Nick
Don't
needs to know.
DM me
needs to
though,
be
because that'd
educated.
be an uncomfortable read for me, especially with my wife. So just
No,
DM
that
my
girl's
wife.
gonna hit you up and be like, "Yeah, I made you change them sheets." Tell your wife I said what's up. That's what I would do.
She's like, "Yep, yeah.
Because I'm brutal like
You
that.
sleep in them, you dirty man." Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I know you saved him. I'm sure Nick saved everything.
He made a pillowcase out of them.
Yeah.
It's the sweater he came out. It's made out of those sheets.
Yeah, I'm still coming on that sweater to this day.
One of these days I'm gonna grab those Tylenol has them in there too, but when you get prescriptions for like penicillin for kids,
Yeah.
they give you those thick squirt things. Like they're
Oh,
like
the
Oh yeah,
syringe.
the syringes. Yeah, yeah.
One of these days I'm gonna fuck around and just play around with Nick and just have one of those, like maybe between my butt crack, like my butt cheeks, and just
It would definitely
squirt
be
it
hidden, you know what I mean?
and be,
With that
like,
fat
I
ass.
squirted.
Yeah, I'm with it. Just do that anyways. Make me think I'm making you squirt. So
So you can reminisce on your past.
So it can make
no,
me
thanks.
think that
I will
I'm
make sure
doing-
it's dry as possible.
yeah.
So
So
you
I
gotta
can
earn it.
Yeah.
You gotta earn it.
Yeah.
All right, Nick found some shiz, huh?
Yeah, let's
know.
actually get into the real part of the show. Good
Okay,
God.
Good.
I
Which
thought
which
that was the real
please.
part of the show.
which one do you
please.
want to get into first? What are you thinking?
Whatever. You're
Let's
steering
go.
this ship today.
Let's go with no. This one?
I like the fat girl one, or I shouldn't have said
I
it
like
that
that
way.
one too.
Fat girl one?
It's a good start. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the fat girl one. You talking about the one on thicker girls?
Yes.
Well, let's just listen to all of them.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Okay, here we go. You
Okay,
ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
You have two options if you're a woman. You're either thicker and men in real life are more attracted to you, but you get fat shamed by every female and maybe even by the men who are attracted to you. Or you're thinner, you don't get as much male attention, but you feel amazing.
And every woman is looking at you and they're jealous.
Yes, exactly. So what do you want? Do you want men to want you, or do you want women to be jealous of you?
That's actually a good.
I think it's
All right.
What are we thinking?
Heather, you got to start this answer.
I'm gonna go now. This is if I was married or single. So this is my overall answer.
Okay.
I'm gonna do skinny
Really?
and girls. Yeah, because I'm a girl's girl.
Yeah.
I'd rather be skinny and single and have a bunch of girlfriends than have to have every guy want me. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you actually have both attributes though. Like you're skinny, but then you're thicker in
Oh,
other
no.
areas.
Corey, that's the nicest thing you said because I've been feeling like a big old chubby monk lately.
yeah.
No, but I mean, you really have and probably during your career, right? You've
I
experienced
will say
sort of
I've been
both.
lucky. I've always been a girl's girl. I've had women around me that are kind of weird, but for the most part, I think because I'm not bitchy or I'm hot, you're not I don't have that personality.
Yeah.
I've been so fortunate because I've been in women businesses since forever, and I've always gotten along with females, which is so nice for me. I never had a few conflicts here and there over stupid stuff where I'm this isn't even worth my time, but for the most part, it's nice to have both. I can feel thick and good for my husband, but I'm also my personality is not intimidating to where I don't get along with females. So, but I think having girlfriends, some of my best friends that are obviously girls, my friendships mean so much to me over having attention by a bunch of dudes. I don't want that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Where you at, Gordy?
Would you rather be super buff and
No, hold on.
all the
Before
girls
we-
want you
before
and
we-
guys
before
don't
we
want to
say
be
that-
your bros or what?
Before we say that, what do you think? I mean, as far as thick or you know,
Right. Yeah.
as a
Answer
man.
what on the girls what do I prefer, the thicker end or that question? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. You know what? I never met a real super skinny one that wasn't kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
To be dead ass honest with you. And the best part, I'll be honest with you, and thick, fat, whatever, them girls are a lot more fun. I'll be real honest with
Yeah.
I mean, that's the truth. A hell of a lot more fun. You can split a chili dog in about 14
right.
Coors Lights with them and then just go to town when you're done.
Yeah.
That's the best part of them girls.
And then just start farting afterwards and just get it. Pooping.
covered wagon together and
door
everything.
open while you shit. You know, they're good to go.
Got to draw a line somewhere.
Yeah, you do.
Not Nick.
Yeah.
There's no line with Nick.
For me, I've always, I'm definitely, obviously, you know, more attracted to a thicker body. But with that said, I think if it was like there, you have to draw the line in the sense that, of course, I like, you know, like Heather, she's, you know, she's got a thin waist and a fat ass, you know, so like that's sexy to me. To whereas if she would have had a fat ass and was a slob of shit and ate fucking 24 donuts in a 24-hour period, and you know what I mean?
What's so sad though is I do that. Remember when I came home with all those Krispy Kreme
She
donuts?
did actually, but I'm saying if it was somebody who like didn't care about the way they look, didn't get themselves to put themselves together ever, and just kind of like, you know, like,
so you're going too detailed. That kind of wasn't the question. You prefer
okay,
skinny or
I
thick?
prefer thick, obviously.
Yeah.
Thin, I think thin. There's nothing wrong with it. Now, hold on,
You've been
there's
with like lots of thin girls.
not really.
No.
I mean, my ex-wife was thin, but
Mm-hmm.
I will say, like, thin. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't want to sound like but it's just like bones and
It's
know.
probably easier for you because you're a bigger guy. So
Dude, there's nothing like grabbing a fucking fat ass in your hand, doing the little fucking
More
the little
cushion for the
massage, and
pushing.
wham, just giving a nice little slap, right,
Yeah.
babe?
I don't think a wham is a nice
A
little.
fucking wham, a wham. Okay, how about this?
wham.
Just a little. It's like one of these. Yep. Just and then grabbing it. You know, you can't do that with a.
I'm gonna
no
be
touch.
honest. I'd prefer to be really skinny. If I could trade bodies, I would.
Ugh, no.
I'm being honest because because like for fashion wise, thinner girls can pull off like not wearing a bra and like just the spaghetti strap kind of hanging and like no stomach. Like I don't know. I feel like I've always like felt like that would be like so fun. For me, it's like hard to find clothes and like it's harder to run.
Use the old Andrew Dice Clay adage, you know? Like,
Yeah.
roll it in flour and find the wet spot.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So get back to the question that you were asking, babe.
Yeah, what if it was reversed? Like
If it
you'd
was
rather be
reversed?
a super buff, attractive guy that women like love and men are like, oh, he's a douchebag, or would you like to be like, you know, the chunky monk in the group that doesn't get all the chicks but is like a bro?
or the skinny. We could go 3, or the super skinny guy.
I would hope none of you say the super skinny guy.
Okay.
I like to consider myself like fit fat, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like fit
You run
fat.
like 100 miles a day. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still fat. It's just I just whatever body type I have, that's what it is. But I'm not like I used to be, like fat and disgusting, like, but not anymore. And I'm husky, like,
Yeah.
you know, like I can, you know, I don't know, kill something with my bare hands. But at the same time, like I'm not going to be the guy who's going to be on stage in the banana hammock posing. So I'm like right in that sweet spot.
Yeah.
And I'm funny as hell. So there's that too.
Yep. See, that's the thing I was going to say is, so I, you know, since I was young, I worked out and I was always in really good shape. And I mean, you know, that was my life, training, working out, doing all that, you know, ate good and all that. And it was fun. And it is nice to be in shape like that. And yes, you do get a lot of attention from women, I will say. But nowadays, now preferably, I would rather just be I just want to be healthy.
Yeah.
Would be my thing. Is if I want to be able to run away from a fight, if I, you know, like some tragic something that's happening, I'd want to be able to save my life by getting away. I see people that are so out of shape that if something happens in front of them, they got to let it happen. They have no choice. They can't run away. You know, they can't get out of a situation. They can't fight themselves out of a situation. So I think I would preferably just want to be like that. But nowadays I've noticed, and we've talked about this before, most women aren't into big buff guys anymore. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, the only people that are like bodybuilding chicks, which they're fucking not attractive anyways, you know? So,
Some of them are.
Some of them are, but I'm saying like the big buff ones, you know, I'm not into that. I'm sorry. But So I don't think that's why I think for men it's easier, because you know how it is. Like you'll see, you'll see guys that, I mean, you'll see girls that you would think they'd go for certain guys, and they don't. They're cool with just the guy having a dad bod. I consider myself having a dad bod now. Like, not terrible, but like, like pretty compared to what I used to be. I don't feel like I'm like super ripped or buff anymore, and I'm fine with it. I like the way I look right now, to be honest with you. Maybe a lot of people are like, "Man, you're so skinny. I can't believe you lost all that weight," but I have a reason. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good with where I'm at. I would hate to be skinny though. I would not want to be a beanpole like my, someone we know. I would hate to be super skinny like that.
The only thing that I would take from a skinny person is their metabolism, because like
Yeah.
those people that can eat anything,
Yeah,
anything,
that's true.
and they don't gain any weight, and you're like,
Yeah.
damn, I wish I had that, but that's anything.
And when they're
It's just-
skinny, they look like they have big old dicks. You know what I mean? It makes it look way bigger. No, just kidding. So actually,
yeah.
it kind of brings up what we were going to talk about next, and it was a video that I saw, and it talks about nice guys finish last, and it's kind of that similar thing to what I was just saying.
Yeah, just break it down.
So do I? Do you want me to say? No, okay. So I guess what I'm saying is like, I had heard something where a girl was basically saying like, hey, nice guys don't always finish last. And what it was saying was, I think when you're 17, high school, 18, 19, 20, college, a lot of the times the nice guys do finish last. But then eventually over time, when a girl starts to really mature and a girl starts to get to a point where, they don't really care about looks as much. It's more, how's this man going to treat me? How's this man going to be possibly as a father? How's this man going to be are they going to be able to take care of me? That kind of stuff. So yeah, so that's kind of what we were just talking about a little bit. What do you think, babe? When I first met you, is that why you liked me? Because you thought I was a nice guy and you thought that I
Yes.
was a virgin?
Mhm.
Was that the number one thing that attracted
Yeah.
you to me? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think for me too, like a lot of women who end up with these piece of shit guys that feel like they can't leave or whatever it is, like they just are, or maybe they are just content or whatever the reasonings are. Those guys started off being nice. Some guys will show you. I've been on days where guys that show me their true colors, and I'm like, wow, like good for you, but bye. Like I'm not interested in the dick personality. Some women like that because they're naturally super submissive, so they're comfortable with being with a guy like that. But I do think like for example, like we know someone who I think has a great personality, super nice, Haley's coach.
Yeah.
Like great. I don't find him attractive, which sucks like at all. Like, but if someone went for him for his personality, would score big time.
Yeah, they would.
So it's like things like that where it's just kind of hard. But then again, like someone might be attracted to that. That's just not my type or whatever. But I think when you're younger, you go off looks. That's what I did. Because I dated all the bodybuilders and the fucking this and that. And like I thought they were so beautiful. But like you get to know them and you're like, this is ugly. Like the ugly starts to outweigh the outside of them. Their attractiveness, and then you like, then you're in this weird phase of like, what the fuck? But with you, like, you're my type and very attractive, and yeah, I did think you were a super nice guy in the beginning, and then you showed your true colors.
What are
Just
you-
kidding.
Oh,
And then you saw that phone,
And then
Yeah.
I went
Well,
through that
the
phone.
fucking phone changed everything.
dashed it in the closet.
Let me ask you this: do you think if I would have thrown that phone away and you never would have saw it, do you think that would have changed things a little bit?
If yes.
Yeah. You think
I mean, like what?
you
like
think you
changed what?
still would have looked at me as like a decent human being, but you saw how big of a piece of shit I was, and you were like,
no. No, I think that. Well, I was looking for something specific.
Yeah, say what if you, because you wouldn't have
So-
known about that
Yeah.
other lady,
And
which
I just
pissed
wanna
you
say-
off to go into the phone.
Yeah.
and let me just say this: there was more than that she brought up. So I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, I took
It
full
wasn't
advantage.
just one thing. It was like, yeah, and I remember every time she would bring one up, she would go, "Man, I just didn't think you were like that." And I used to go, "God damn,
Yeah, because
dude,
I did.
that was fucked up."
Okay, like I wish I could.
It was before I met her.
I
you
wish
know?
I could have filmed like the perspective I got when I first met him. Like, you know what I mean? Like what he gave off. And he's still that person. I'm not saying it's not. I just thought something like I thought, okay, this is, how do I say this up? Like, okay, when I got divorced and I was dating, I was serial dating, I in that time developed what I was looking for. And I knew exactly what I didn't like and what I liked. And like everyone has their like things, right? Well, when I first started talking to Nick, he literally crossed off everything. I mean,
right.
literally, I was like, that's why I was like, there's no way. Like, it was like my dream come true. And he still is a wonderful man. Like, I'm so lucky and I'm very happy. But
Obviously not.
no, I
You
am.
fucking complain about me every
No-
time we come on here.
No, it's just for fun because I love you so
Yeah,
much. If I didn't,
okay.
if I,
It'd be a
if I
boring
was-
ass show if she complimented you the
I
entire
know.
time.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Nick, you're so great. No one wants to listen to that shit.
I know.
Yeah.
You just came across as like very inexperienced. Like that's what I thought. I mean, even into like your high school, college days, you were wild, and I just never got that. I never ever got that vibe in the beginning, like for the first year, like at all. I didn't even see it coming. So stories would shock me a little because I was wild, like very wild. So like I'm not here to judge. Let me just put that. I was a piece of shit looking for someone better than me. Is kind of what I was doing.
Yeah.
Where I was getting at, I thought I found it. You know, we're basically two peas in a pod. His past and my past are very similar. So like I can't judge at all, like whatsoever. But it's more of like I thought he was like
Yeah.
this like super virgin that I was gonna like rock his world, and then it was the other way around, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
So I want to say, I think from an early age, I'd gotten to a point where I do consider myself a good person. Like I do think that I truly do, care about how others feel, how they feel
You
about
do.
me, how I treat people. Like
Mhm.
I've always been like that. So I've always felt like I'm a good person. That's how I should that's the part of me that I should show. So, cause I can think of even in high school, I remember, and this is what scares me so much about high school. I would go to a girl's house and their parents would love me.
Yeah,
They
I had that,
would
dog. Oh man,
love me. I mean,
parents love
dude,
my ass.
oh my God, they would be just so nice to me.
They had
and
no
just-
idea what I was doing with their daughter in the
dude,
back of my truck.
Yeah. And like, I'm telling you,
And Nick's like, they
as
didn't know
much
what
as
they were
I
doing with me in
treated
the field.
them great,
Finger blasting their little
I was
girl.
at your house. Yeah.
Squirting at the age of 9.
Yeah, I was at your house being nice to you for one reason, to fuck your daughter under a blanket on your couch. That's what I did, that in front of somebody's parents in high school. Had sex with the girl while we were all watching a movie, and
How'd you pull that off?
we were under a blanket, and I just kind of she did it.
There was no sounds?
No, she slipped it in, and we just went. I came so fast. Oh my God, I came so fast. I came in like
And the
maybe-
parents had no
They
idea?
had no idea. And so that's what I'm
Until
saying.
they went to wash that blanket.
Yeah, it had a fucking California
Damn,
potato chip on
did
it.
Nick blow his nose in this place?
Yeah. So but what I was getting at is like I've always felt like I was a good like
Yeah, after that statement, you have always
and
felt
I
like a
wasn't. But
good
that's what
human.
I'm trying to say. Like when it came to women, I used that. Like I would, because I am. I do think I'm a good person. Now, did I fucking fornicate? Did I do a lot of craziness?
Whoa, fornicating,
Yeah.
coming in
Yeah.
hot.
Hey, but you
What-
make a good point
Fornicating
though.
means basically having sex, right?
Yeah,
or
you
fucking-
make a good point though.
It's funny
Kidding.
how you said fornicating.
With you make a good point with the nice guy thing, right? There are people that use that to a disadvantage when they're like, "Oh, I'm a nice guy and I finished last because all the girls want are the douchey dudes."
Yeah.
That's because you're a victim. That's a
Yeah.
victim mentality.
Yes.
Now, when
They
you
get
realize
pussy from that.
when you realize that there are plenty of nice girls out there who like the
Pity
nice
fuck
guy,
you. They'll
you
pity
can
fuck
just then you can just go ahead and run through the nice girls
Yep.
as a nice guy.
Yeah.
Been there,
I knew
done
guys
that.
who did that. I knew guys who
Fucking
did
awesome.
that. Yep.
That
I
guys are
knew guys.
wild.
I was that guy. What are you talking about? I mean,
But that's
awesome.
what I'm saying. So for me, over time, as I got older, I don't know. I always felt like one, I had a lot to offer because I knew that I wanted to be in a family. I wanted to have a family. I wanted to have kids. I wanted to make sure I was, I guess I wanted to be able to provide. So I wanted to have I had a good business. So I felt like I've had a lot to offer and I was a nice guy. I had one flaw. I was a maniac when it came to different things, and I was.
Until you met me, because you weren't maniac at all. I never had any problems with you.
No. And see, so that goes back to, I was right that I'm a good guy because I've never cheated. I've never had a conversation. What's funny is when I first met her, she told me, She said, as soon as I start posting you on my Instagram, you're going to start getting DMs from girls, whether it's, for whatever reason. And in my mind, I was like, I doubt that's going to happen. And it did. She posted me for the first time, tagged me. I started getting follows from chicks and got some DMs. You know what I mean? Like DMs.
See, I'm an experienced dater. I know how it works. And that's because women want what they can't have.
Yeah.
And if I found this guy that looked like a really good guy, someone's going to try to creep in there. Because women are like that. Women are just as bad as men.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I remember one woman, and I can't remember who it was. She came on. She DM'd me hard. Like commented on something. And this is when I didn't even know what DMing really was. I remember now looking back, I get what she was trying to do, but she was said something like, oh, you're followed me and then responded to a story and was like, oh, you're super cute or something like that. Or you're a good look. I don't remember what she said. And I was like, what the fuck? I didn't respond. And she said something about Heather. And then she had said basically said do you remember that? I think she warned me about you or she hooked up with my boyfriend or something. Remember that? I don't remember who it was, but
yeah.
So,
I don't remember. Was it true? Did I?
I think you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was a hoe. She talks about me. So, actually I do remember who it was. I think it was a famous one of the, I'm not going to say his name, but
it was a guy?
Yeah, that you'd a girl DM me, and it was about you hooking up with.
Who?
It was. I'm not going to say.
Well, who? I want to.
Starts with a C.
And then a V, and then an M.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He
Anyways,
he wasn't really in relationships.
Oh well, this girl sounded like she thought that.
Interesting.
So I'm just saying, girls. It's just funny. I don't remember what we were getting into there. I got kind of lost on that whole conversation.
Nice guys or something.
Yeah. But
yeah, girls do that too. I don't know. And it always happened to me every time I post anyone. So I didn't
that's what I was getting at.
Because I was like, this is bullshit.
That's what I was getting at. Okay. That girl said that to me, and I go, look, I didn't even say, I just said, look, before she said warn me, she said, I said, look, I'm in a relationship, and this is when we had first met. I said, look, I have a girlfriend, so I'm not doing this. And then she tried pulling this one. Oh, it's because you're a good man, that kind of thing. And I was like, no, it's not going. And somehow I had the smart something. So that's what I was saying. The second I met her, I was crazy. I shut that shit down immediately because, I found who I wanted to be with. And so yeah. So I'm a good man. I am a good man. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a good man. I should get an award.
An award?
Yeah, or whatever. I should get something.
He wants his good boy scratched behind the ears. Heather.
No, I want that good boy, right down
Scratch
there.
down low.
Right down there. I'll take that. Or up here in the mouth, whatever. Or put your tits together, whatever you want to do,
Jesus Christ.
Savage. He's such a savage.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
Oh
wow.
My God. This really went where it wasn't supposed to go. It was supposed to be
boys, when our version of our house, when Nick's a bad boy, he has to go in the doghouse. You know who's the doghouse? Do you follow?
Yeah, I got you.
Wait, I don't follow.
I was talking to him, and then you answered.
I don't follow.
I'm the doghouse, and you have to go into the doghouse.
Yeah,
Jesus,
I'm a bad boy.
And you're a bad boy.
Yeah, you little. You're like.
We're gonna take a recess.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right, what's your next one?
You want me to do another one?
Sure.
Right, let's do another one. Do you want to do the one that they were talking about? The
I like the one with the lady going off about the lips.
That one, or we could do the
Reese.
one about the girls, a guy trying to meet a girl because they're young and they can control them.
Oh yeah.
Or
that
do you want-
compliments me, so let's
Do
do
that one.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Let's
do
make
this.
it about me.
Which one was it? It was this one right here, I think.
When guys only want to date girls that are much younger than them, because it has to do with control and dominance. When the girl clearly when they're much younger, don't really know what's going on yet.
Okay.
They're too young, so they're being manipulated.
So older men
who want to date younger women.
Yeah, like you're trying to manipulate and control them.
Well, I mean, heaven forbid a man find a woman who's at her peak physical attractiveness attractive.
Absolutely.
But
Okay.
when guys,
So that's kind of,
So dudes only want younger women because they can control them, and the younger women are
Manipulate
naive.
them. Yeah, is basically what it's saying. What do you
Okay,
think?
Heather, this is teed up for you.
Spot on for us. Okay.
So I've been in a dating or relationship with someone a lot older, and in that scenario, I feel like that was spot on, for sure.
Oh yeah,
But
when
I
you
was
were,
also
like, your first one.
younger.
Yeah.
So like in that case, that makes sense. I think it depends on so this is like a very detailed conversation, right?
I
Age
agree.
range from like 18 to 25.
Yeah.
I think that's in someone's like in their 40s or like late 30s. I think in that case, it can be that way 100%, because even though I'm a lot younger than Nick still, and I'm 28 where I'm at now, like I'm much more developed mentally. So like it's not that dynamic in my marriage now, but back in my past relationship, I definitely felt, I didn't know it at the time. Like it's not like I'm feeling controlled. It's more of like I'm naive and just like having fun, and like I'm enjoying that dynamic. I've always been attracted to older people anyway. Like I've never dated anyone my age, for multiple reasons. But in that case, looking back, I'm like, oh shit, that was like for real spot on. Like I was definitely manipulated and controlled, and like they knew I didn't have my identity set. So like I was easy to just kind of like whatever, right? Now with Nick, because I like matured from that relationship and many more before that, like I feel like now I'm in a more wise state of mind to be able to keep up with an older an older man, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Nick,
think that
Nick definitely doesn't control me or
yeah. Well, thank you for saying what I was going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think that there's a lot that goes into this. Actually, it's not just about age, because there's 28-year-olds who still don't have their shit together that a guy can easily manipulate. I think it's more a mentality of a woman. I think that how fast does a woman grow up, or how immature is a woman? Like Heather, for instance, when I met her, I think it also matters. You could be 22 and have 2 kids, and it changes you as a person.
Yeah, you're
100%.
you're super wise at that point, because
and I think that could you let's say you're a really good looking guy, could you get a girl that wasn't quite as attractive as you, that was 20, and you just controlled the shit out of her because she was just happy to be there? Yeah. The reason why I think I got the best of everything is I got a fucking girl that's a lot younger than me, who's fucking smoking hot, and yes, she does control me, but she's good to me. Yeah, but she's good to me. So I think that getting a really attractive woman at the age of 22, 23, I don't give a fuck who you are as a guy. They're going to fucking walk all over you. So that's going to be a little bit harder, but some of those girls are weak,
Well, and that's the thing. It's most of them, it's the mentality of, are they allowing it to happen?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what they want. Some of the younger women want that. I just want the older guy to take. I'm just going to play the dumb one.
Those guys go for the girls that are younger, that left home early or aren't financially stable.
The daddy issues, all kinds of shit.
Younger girls operate with money very well, right? They have an older guy who's like taking care of them, kind of like a parent almost, with like the fornication.
Fornication.
But I don't think. Look, like I thought about this too, because I have a daughter. Well, we have a daughter, right? And I have always dated older men, and my mom hated it. Like she was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like she was not happy with my choices, and I was like, "You don't know anything. Like I know it all." Looking back, I understand her mindset because I have a daughter now. Would I be uncomfortable if Haley was 21, 22 dating like a 36, 37, 38, 39-year-old? Yeah, absolutely. It does make me uncomfortable, but also I think it just.
But what kind of a man is that?
Yeah,
36-year-old.
It's like circumstantial, though.
Because there's 24-year-olds that are fucking assholes that she could get both. I mean, it just.
So I think it's like circumstantial based off like the personality and like how the dynamic is.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want my daughter dating anyone really, except for one person that she's best friends with. I'm cool with it. get
Yeah.
married.
Yeah. Asa Rooney.
Asa Rooney. But other than that, like I think it's hard. Like because we one of Haley's friends' parents, they have a huge age difference, but they're also older, like in their 40s and going into 60s. So I think it's just all concept. I think the reason why people get so stuck on younger people, like early 20s, maybe they're not even 18 yet, and they're like, that happens all the time, is just because you're more fragile, right? Like you've only been alive on Earth for 20 years. Like that's not a long time, and a lot of damage can happen to the soul, the mind, the heart. That those relationships early on can lead you down really sad,
And if
dramatic
you lived a
paths.
sheltered 20 years, I think,
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think it's very circumstantial. I don't
it
know.
is. I agree. But my whole
Now, if Blake came home and was like, I'm dating this 4-year-old woman, I'd be like,
dude,
hell yeah.
no, I'd be like, you're not leaving the fucking house again. He probably will too. He'll probably be dating some like
He's so attracted to moms.
42-year-old
He loves
fucking
moms.
heifer, dude. That's what Blake's gonna do. He's gonna come home with no. I'm just kidding. The whole point of that whole thing was like, I thought it was so stupid that it's a young girl who said it, and I'm like, just because you're weak and like you let men manipulate you, because I'm gonna tell you right now, women play this card like men are manipulating them, and it's not. I don't always agree with it. I think women are playing the role of the victim,
Right.
and they're like they got the pussy. Let's be honest. They can manipulate you to do whatever you want because they got the goods, Like we don't have, we got whatever. I don't know. Maybe that was too far off, but
I think you're close.
I met a young woman who fucking completely controls and manipulates me.
We know she manipulates you.
She does do that.
Admits and talks about it freely on this program.
Yeah, she does.
But I also
But she's a good woman. I will say
take
that.
care of him
Yeah, she
in
does.
every way
Yes.
possible.
Yeah,
There you
she
go.
does. Yeah, so I can't complain.
But the manipulation's just for funs. We have to keep it spicy.
Yeah.
We have 3 crazy kids. Like we have to have some sort of drama. We can't just be easygoing. I don't want that kind of relationship.
Yeah.
I do when we're like elderly, and I'm taking Nick for a stroll at the park.
I'm in my
pushing
fucking-
him.
my
His wheelchair.
Yeah.
And, like,
He's gonna be in the little rascal scooter with his fucking black Skechers on.
The radio
Rolling
flyer.
deep.
I'll be in the radio flyer just chilling.
He's got the little rascal.
well, maybe get one of those commercial deals for Viagra or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Uh-huh.
he's gonna be a star.
I
when
got to
he's
be able to
elderly.
jerk off 18 times a day. You know what I mean? It happened.
Oh man, old man Nick's gonna be a handful.
I can't wait to see what he's like when he's an old man.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if I make it to be an old
Oh,
man.
so, you always say that. It makes me so mad.
I don't know. It's just,
You're gonna leave me here a widow?
as long as you get 30 good years out of me, you should,
Jesus, you sound like you're a station wagon.
I know.
You get 30 good years out of me.
Paid you off after 5, and now you've been running strong for the last 25 years, baby.
What are you, roofing shingles? 30
Yeah.
years. I'll give you a good
Yeah.
30 years. Gotta get replaced
so
after that.
Rude to say that. He's gonna
I'm
write that
just
on our
kidding.
anniversary card.
Yeah.
We got 29 years left, babe.
Yeah.
Make this one count. I'm like, you only had 2 open heart surgeries. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, dog, you've been through it now. Like, you're good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if that shit didn't get you by now,
You're part
You're
cow
through it.
now. And
Yeah,
then-
I'm part
It's hard to
cow.
knock
I'm a
those down.
beast.
You guys ever go
That's right.
cow tipping? Okay, in Hawaii, this is so random, but in Hawaii, we used to do it all the time.
You've cow tipped?
Oh my god, baby!
Have you ever
yes.
done it yourself, or did you do it with somebody
It
else?
was like a big group of
But
kids.
were you able to push one over by
No,
yourself? Okay.
no. But it's the funniest shit, dude. Because they're asleep, but they're standing, and they get mad, and it's not safe to do. Let me just throw that out there.
We're not advocating cow tipping. If anybody's listening. To
I mean,
this, okay?
the happy California cows might be onto that. They might like it. They might get some.
The happy
interaction.
California cows.
Yeah, the commercial. The cows in California are
Oh, I
happy.
thought you were talking about the fat girls.
Oh,
Are we-
leave-
yeah.
I'm
Are we
leaving
talking about cow
out
tipping,
there.
or are we talking about like making sure you tip at the Fat Girl Strip Club? Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh my god, we're getting a DM for sure.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Here they come now. How
Yeah.
dare
Yeah,
you make
that
fun
or-
of a
what's
hardworking
super
single
sad is,
mom?
like a chicken fighting is really big in Maui too. I don't know about
bet.
now, but it was growing up, and it was so sad. Oh my god! But people made bank doing that.
Yeah.
It's crazy the things we do with animals.
Yeah, I've never cow tipped. I grew up in an area with plenty of cows, but A, you always had to run too far to get to where they're at in the pastures. B, it's like people were armed, and like
Yeah.
we just had other shit to do.
Really?
We're like, nah, we're
We're
good.
armed.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
you
protecting
don't want to go
Talking
mess
about
around
with,
with
like,
someone's cows and like the
shotgun
farm.
with the rock
Yeah, the
salt.
shotgun.
The shotgun with the rock salt in it.
Yeah,
You ever got
no.
sprayed with one of those?
We're not playing with. We weren't about to play with none of that.
Yeah.
Wasn't a thing.
Have you ever gotten hit by one of those?
No,
I did. Just
I'll bet.
barely though. It just clipped me. It burns, man, like really bad.
it was one of the dads whose daughters you were trying to have sex with under a blanket caught you and shot you with one of those salt guns.
Yeah. No, we were doing it for fun.
That's more the thing. It's not so much the crazy things to do with the animals; it's the dumb shit we did as kids.
Yeah.
Like that's
Speaking about animals, you know how Nick's like how he just said in the past, like this previous conversation, where he's like, "You have the pussy, you have the power," right? You know, he said that. Bitches are giving their pussy to donkeys.
What?
In
Yeah.
Mexico? So isn't that powerful?
I saw the donkey show.
Did you?
Yeah, in Tijuana.
Never found
You're
it. Never
admitting
really
that you
tried to
want
look for it.
It was fucking. I saw it for just. It was awful.
I
It
heard
was-
that
it
from other
was-
people. They said it was the most disturbing thing
It
they
was-
ever saw.
I walked out. It
Why'd
was
you even go in
so
there?
awful. I was like,
See,
fucking,
I told you, you're a piece
I
of
was
shit.
like 17, and we were like, let's go watch it.
Ugh.
I was
It was
like
a
hoping
thing.
it was going to get the girls fired up for later, and it just did not do that. It fucked all of it. It was
Dumbest thing I ever did in Mexico, going back to dumb things and your connection to Mexico, was like, I don't know, we were really hammered on Revolucion Street one night, and like this guy was outside with his little hand. There were two metal like poles, and like you paid him $1 and he would like turn it up and shock you. And like, and the more he shocked you, you're like, oh, that was cool. Here's another $1.
Are
And
you
I'm like,
serious?
yeah. And I'm thinking to
The
myself,
fuck?
I literally walked away. I was like,
I'd rather
"How's
watch a donkey show.
I was like,
I
we
would
just
never
paid
wanna
that
watch
guy to electrocute us. How stupid are we?
Yeah,
like,
that's
but-
crazy.
Drunk kids will do anything for
Yeah.
entertainment. That was it. Yeah.
Especially at that age. Holy shit.
Paid to get electrocuted on the streets of
Wait,
Mexico.
are those girls doing it because they want to, or are they being forced?
Back then, I don't think anybody was being forced. I don't
It hurts my
to be honest
feelings.
with
Like,
you.
I
no,
I
but
don't-
nobody knew. Nobody knew back then. They
I
could have
don't
been
know.
forced
just
and nobody
saying
Yeah,
as
knew.
a
they could have been
joke,
forced. You know what?
ugh.
Yeah, probably.
wasn't a
They
thing.
probably were being forced because
I can't
We
believe
didn't
I
talk
said
about
what I said. Now I feel
trafficking.
like
we
shit.
didn't talk
Ugh.
about that back then. But you got to think like back then. I mean, in Mexico, it's always been they've always had they've always had that stuff there. So maybe they were being forced by certain people because if I remember correctly, it costed a little money to get in there. It was like it wasn't dirt cheap. So I mean, they were probably. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even want to talk about it. It was so fucked up. Like I didn't even like it. Like
Never went in search of that one, but
I
heard
didn't really
about
think
it.
that was like
plenty.
a real thing.
it was a real thing.
Yeah,
we
never went in search
we
of that
went
one.
out and got wasted, and
I thought you didn't want to talk about it.
I'm not gonna talk about
Okay,
that.
good, because
This
I'm
is
gonna
what-
throw.
I just want to say we went out and got wasted, and we were just kind of joking, and we had heard people talking about, like, let's go fucking find it, and we found it. I literally walked in and walked right back out, like it was. Yeah, I don't want to. We'll get over there. So yeah, Mexico's crazy though.
Mexico's crazy.
It is. You know what I found out? And I just found this out, and I don't know if this is 100% true or someone was just saying this, but you know how we were talking about on one of those episodes that like we would never go to Mexico or we would never go back because of how dangerous it is there. Well, I listened to one of those things where the reasons why you can go to like a Cancun or wherever,
Cabo, Puerto Vallarta.
a place where there's a lot of Americans that go, and why you never hear about the cartel being there is cartel have a
They own it.
stake in that shit.
Yeah.
They're making money because
Yeah.
they're going there. So they're going to, if anything, you're probably safer there than anywhere. It's when you veer off and go outside of your areas and
Right.
start causing problems or whatever. You get some cartel that's drunk, whatever. I don't know. And then it can happen. But for the most part, it's actually safe there. They said the biggest crime that you'll see in a place like Mexico is Americans on Americans. Because you think about it, a guy goes to Mexico with his wife, and all of a sudden she dies and says the cartels fucking stabbed her and they ran off, and he did it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they say that happens there a lot more than you think.
Whoa.
Yeah, didn't you hear that with me?
There is, and
not that
this
part.
is the case in
Yeah.
a lot of places, including the United States. It used to be, I mean, before they really cracked down, it used to be the case with like the mob in New York. Like they protected certain neighborhoods, and the police let them operate because
Oh
they
yeah.
were keeping the problems down. People paid the mob for protection, and the mob went about their business, and the cops just didn't have any issues with it. And then, really, I think the drug part got to them a bit, and then I think that's the case with the cartel. Is like, for in many areas, Mexico and other countries, they operate things, and the government allows them to operate because they do keep the peace. But then, obviously, every once in a while, something happens, and then they have to crack down, and that causes chaos. But
Yeah.
no, that's a model used worldwide, where basically you let crime syndicates do a lot of the peacekeeping,
Yeah.
because they have a financial interest in it. So it's a weird balance.
Like racketeering and all,
Yeah, Nick, cheat
well,
on
not
me.
really that.
Fuck
but
around and find out. Your ass will be in Mexico,
Yeah.
stabbed by the cartel.
I cheat on her, and she's like,
We're going to
doesn't
Cabo,
even say,
baby,
yeah,
to
she doesn't
make
even say
amends.
anything to me about it. She's like, we're going to Cabo. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
We're going to Mazatlan. We're going really far down there.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me ask you something, Gordy. And this might, hopefully nothing's ever happened, but I was watching a video, and anyways, I'll ask you first, and then I'll tell you what the video said. If your wife ever cheated on you, could you forgive her and get back with her? Considering you have kids, considering, where you're at.
Does
Considering
that mean that?
the life,
Does that
considering
mean that
everything.
I get a freebie?
Well, two things.
I'll
Wait,
get into
wait,
that.
wait,
I
two
will
things.
get into that.
Wait, two things. Is this an affair or just a one night? around?
Well, let's start first. If it was just a one night thing, and then after that we'll go, is there a different answer if it's a one night thing or if it's an affair? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think it's a different answer.
Okay.
And I think, I've seen it happen,
Mhm.
and it just, I don't know. There probably are people that make it work, but it
Yeah.
just never works.
So your answer would be no forgiving. You're divorcing?
He'll probably
Well,
forgive, but
forgive, and
Okay.
maybe, but the problem is you have to legitimately forgive and
Yeah.
forget. And that,
Wait, so are you saying to stay
you could
together
never
or for anything?
yeah, to stay together.
To stay together?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. No, and it would just like, I think I'd probably give a run at it because, everybody deserves a
Yeah.
shot, but it would be super hard. And it's because every time I've seen it happen, it doesn't work because people can't forget. And
Yeah.
rightfully so. It's hard, like nature,
Mhm.
and it's hard to just move on, so
Yeah.
I give a run at it, but I don't know if it would. It's
Can't
stuff
wait
I
to
don't.
answer.
I haven't seen it
Okay.
work out for people.
So do you want to answer?
But if I
babe,
get a
or do you want me to-
freebie-
do you want me to explain the video that I saw and what had happened, or do you want to answer first?
If I get a freebie,
Yes.
I'm gonna forget.
Okay.
Like if I get a freebie, I'm
Two
like, all right,
freebies
cool.
to forget, and we're good.
Bro,
We're good.
if I know I have a couple get out of jail free cards in my pocket, dude, we're
That's like-
good.
That's like the remember the stand up where he's like, if you're with a billionaire, you don't go through a billionaire's phone. It's
Yeah,
like,
you let him. put
you
in that
let,
side
you let
post.
her get that side dick. She's
Yeah.
like, she's like, you deserve that dick. You a billionaire, baby. You deserve that dick.
You go get that dick.
Yeah. He's like, you and me, we're good. Whatever happens with you, you deserve it. It's funny. But no, go ahead. What was your
Well,
answer?
I've been in that situation, and I stayed, and then I stayed, and then I stayed. I think with me and you, though, like if you cheated on me, I try to make it work because I just love you so much, and you are my soulmate. Would it be hard? Yeah. Do I think it would work out in the end? I don't know. But would I try? Yes. Now, if you had an affair, fucking nope. No way. Now, if you were like, hey, cheated on you, but you get a freebie, I just couldn't do it. Like, I wouldn't be comfortable going
Yeah.
to, like, I don't think I could do the freebie. I know for a fact I couldn't do the freebie, and it wouldn't make me feel good at all. I think it'd make it worse.
Yeah.
An affair, though, which is what I forgave before, no. Like, I'm never doing that shit again.
I
don't
knew
care
someone.
how much I love you, because then I'm going to be thinking at night, like, dude, because that person's going to have to get over that person.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that
Yeah.
going to be like a revolving thing? I'm going to feel insecure the entire time. And
But don't you think an affair is just a prolonged one night stand?
No, I think a lot of emotions
what I
are
mean?
involved.
Yeah,
There's
but you're
feelings
not-
involved.
You're not talking on the phone all the
Yeah,
time.
you
You're
are.
not-
That's what
Well,
affairs
if it's
are.
like that, then yeah.
That's
but
an affair.
I could never do something like that without getting caught. I'm with you. Yeah. So, anyways, so
I knew
okay.
someone
I mean,
who-
you should have said something else. Jesus.
Well,
you're
you
old.
know, I never would, so it doesn't matter.
I knew someone who grew up and basically like their dad was living that not only an affair but a whole second life.
That's fucking crazy.
Dude, it was nuts. I
But that
got
was
a little bit of the
possible back
detail, and I'm
then.
like, Yeah, it was.
That was
Nowadays,
possible back then.
no
Now
cell
there's no way.
phones, no
Mhm.
cell phones, none of that. Like, and it was just like, yeah, he would leave for work and then go live at his other house
That's insane.
with this other old lady. I was like, dang,
So
play
basically,
on, playa. That's
yeah.
hard to do.
yeah. So basically, babe, you're saying I could have a freebie and you'd forgive me? I'm just kidding.
I mean, okay, so it
just
depends.
kidding.
Like, if you lied to me and I caught you,
Yeah. No.
I think that would be a lot harder for me.
Off
But
to
if you-
Mexico you go.
Yeah.
if you were like upfront, like I fucked up,
Yeah. I
like,
can see that.
rather we were having problems, or I wasn't giving you what you needed, or I was giving you what you needed and you just decided to go fuck around. Like,
Yeah.
if you came to me and was like honest and I didn't find out, like you just, I think that'd be easier for me to work through. Now, I'm not saying that I would stay, but I would definitely try. And then, but that would just tear apart like our intimacy.
Yeah.
I think. So then I
So-
might end up being a cheater. That's
Yeah.
kind of what I think.
I'm pretty
So,
sure
here-
though that there's nobody out there, based on what I've learned, there's no one out there that's gonna give Nick what he needs. Like,
Except for the squirting in the sheets, girl.
yeah, I didn't like
Jesus.
that.
based on all the stories we've heard
Not
and what
everything.
y'all got going on, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
ain't no one out there that's gonna be able to meet those.
Yeah, you're probably
demands.
right.
Like,
Okay, so let
he's
me
good.
yeah. So let me explain where I got this and what happened in this certain situation. A woman, okay, there was a man and a woman, and he was cheating. Okay, he was having an affair. The wife had never suspected anything. It wasn't like she was asking him, "Hey, how can you do this?" Everything was normal. Everything was fine. And somehow I can't remember what happened, but something went wrong, and like she caught him in a lie and was like, "That's weird. He doesn't lie to me." So she somehow like broke into the phone, or no, she followed him. She had followed him to a hotel. He was in the hotel and he had been sleeping with a woman. And he came downstairs, and when he came downstairs with the woman after they fucked, she was waiting in the lobby. And she was like just sitting there, and the guy said like she was just devastated. She was just fucking crushed, right? So basically, he like realized he made a mistake. He begged her and he cried and he did this whole thing where he like wanted her forgiveness, and they had kids, and he just didn't want to lose their family. So he basically,
Well, you should have thought about that.
yeah. So hold on.
Okay.
So he said, please, like, give me a second chance. I fucked up. It'll never happen again. It never did happen again. Here's what happened. She said, basically did what Gordy said. She said, I'll be with you, and I'll just for our kids, and I'll do this, and I'll love you, but I get to fuck around now.
That's what I would say.
Like
too.
all the time.
Whenever she wanted. So, but it wasn't all the time.
Dang.
Now, she did have to tell him when she fucked around,
I like that.
and she had to tell him.
I'm with it.
But here's the problem. He, after he cheated,
Make
and
you
maybe he was a fucking disgusting dude that got lucky one time and was able to cheat. And then after he cheated, no other girl ever wanted him, so he couldn't get any more pussy. He never fucked anybody again. He like truly meant what he said when he said, I fucked up and I love you and I want to be together. But now he's like, she's like, no, we're open now. That's it. You fucked that up. Now I'm doing this. So now he says like every time she comes home and wants to go straight into the shower, he's thinking,
Oh, I
God,
saw that TikTok.
yeah, she's like, oh no, she just got some good ass dick. Or every time he tries to touch her and she doesn't want it, that means, he thinks, man, she probably got fucked by some guy. Or every time, like basically he said we used to have really good sex, and then now he's like, I'm lucky if I get sex once every 2 years, and they've been together for a long ass time.
So that's my thing. If
And
the
so
tables
now-
were reversed, if I cheated and that was your condition to staying with me, I wouldn't do that either.
I would never do
I
that.
could
Now
never
it's such
do
a
that.
toxic. The
Ugh.
way the guy sounded, it's such a toxic
defeated.
situation. He's
Yeah.
fucked up. She's now on living this crazy life, and they're both just. When it comes to that, like you either forgive and forget, or you get the fuck out of it. You can't do it. You cannot live
I
like
wouldn't
that.
do forgive and forget. I would forgive and then cautious.
Okay, but I'm saying forgive and be cautious, but not
Yeah.
forgive and okay, it's my turn.
yeah,
you know?
I think I would probably throw it in your face for a little while because I'd be so hurt.
She would throw that shit in my face on every argument. Oh yeah, maybe if you didn't get that fucking fat pussy last year, we wouldn't be dealing with this shit. Yeah, how was that fat pussy last year? You like that? That's what she would do to me. Every argument, dude. I wouldn't be a bitch right now if you didn't fuck that fat girl in her mouth. That kind of stuff. That's what I would get every fucking day. Just that alone is one of the reasons why I would never go there. I mean, I love my wife, but
Jesus, I can't breathe.
yeah. The only reason I bring that up is because I had a client in my office one time. Gordy.
My ribs feel like they're gonna break.
Oh my God. Oh wow.
Fucking pass out.
Oh man. Oh wow. That went-
Oh, God.
oh God.
It's probably because he knows
Gordy's a
me,
mess.
and that was really slow.
No, it was
Oh,
fun.
my God.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Get it together, babe. Come on, guys.
Oh, my God.
I just did a full-on ab workout.
On that note, oh, my God.
Yeah. That was
Oh, you had to go there. You had to go straight. Oh, my
yeah.
God.
Okay,
Oh.
a lady came into your office.
Oh,
Are you making the joke about what I
No.
used to say?
No, no.
Oh.
The reason why I said it is because I had a client come into my office, and him and his ex-wife were divorcing, and that's what she was in my office. I had to remove them because she was saying that to him. He had cheated, and she was pissed. And she's the whole time she's like, "Well, we wouldn't be in this situation if you wouldn't have fucked that fat bitch last year. That ugly fat bitch." I mean, it was like, and it was just a really uncomfortable time. So yeah. Man, that was a crazy segment right
Oh
there.
my gosh. Well, the fact that you went right to the fat girl's mouth was just too much. It was just too much.
Oh God.
Oh.
I'm
Wow.
excited to listen to this episode.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That
Excited
should've
for the
lasted,
DMs that
too.
we're gonna get on this one.
Yeah, this
Woo.
one's gonna be bad.
He's
Yep. Yeah.
sweating through that mask. It's issue.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh, I can't see right now. Oh. Yeah.
All right.
Good stuff. That's a good way to end it
Well,
on a high note.
This podcast is brought to you by. This podcast is brought to you by the Heather Presley, and you can find all of our merchandise at theheatherpresley.com.
What sale do we have on right now? We got a BOGO.
Can you do it? I can't keep it together.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Well,
obviously.
they had the podcast special.
Yeah, we got the-
60% off.
Go ahead, Gordy. Come again? When you said that in the last episode, remember when someone said something, you were like, "Come again?" I don't remember what it was. Do you remember that part? I don't know. It was funny.
No, yeah, we have two specials right now.
Yeah, we have the BOGO special, so it's buy
Who
one,
the fuck is telling them the specials?
buy one, get one free.
Yes.
Or for the podcast listeners, we have 60% off. And what is that? What is that code?
2023.
2023. That'll get you 60% off of your order. Is there any free shipping over a certain amount?
Yeah, over 100.
Over $100, we got free shipping. And yeah, so that's at theheatherpresley.com. And this was a good episode. I'm having to close this out because they can't control themselves right now. We got
God.
lit. We got lit up in here. So
Like my chest hurts right now. Like,
Yeah.
I swear to God. Like I'm gonna have a heart attack.
that was a good one.
God.
All right. So we'll see you next
Maybe
week.
we have a guest the next show. Do we have a guest
We
on
do.
the next show?
Oh,
Not the
yeah.
next show. The next
It's
next
the
show.
next show. I'm actually really excited about it. So
Okay.
he should be good. He's from New York.
Next Friday's episode.
Yep.
All right, perfect. Sounds
All right,
good.
we'll see you guys later.
All right.
Bye.
Oh my God.